Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Taylor Smith, and today we're going to be going over a 2024 Newmar Dutch Star. And as you all know, this is the #1 selling Class A diesel motorhome. So pretty excited to show you guys today. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alrighty, we'll start over here with our Michelin XZA tires. These are the 365 70Rs, 22.5 with the 20 ply. And then our rear will be the X-Line Energy Z, and then they'll be a little bit smaller. They're the 315 80R. And then we have our aluminum wheels. And then we do have our independent front suspension, so it's going to help give us the tightest turning radius in the industry. And then as always, we have a nice metal shield here for our fuel tank, our diesel fuel, which it can be filled on either side, and it's 150 gallon fuel tank there. We got our second marker lights right over here. And then as we enter our first bay, we have our Dometic fridge/freezer, and it's on a sliding tray here. Slides out beautifully, double-sided here, so you can make it both a freezer, both a fridge, half and half, completely up to you. And then nice little metal racks here to keep everything organized. Your little control panel for the freezer will be over here, so you can turn it on and off there, and then also set the temperature. Right up here, instead of keeping this nice and hollow, Newmar went above and beyond to kind of give you an extra shelf for some more storage here. And it's nice and carpeted, easier for clean, and then also just to limit any rust. I did want to do a little shout out just to the full body paint with the cut and buff. I love this color just because it kind of looks green right here, also blue, but especially when the light's hitting it, it just gives it a beautiful, bright color. And then the exterior paint color is, it was a unique name. Sorry, I wrote it down so I didn't forget, and the full body paint, it's called Kettering, which is kind of a unique name, so I didn't want to slaughter that. In our second bay here, we have the upgraded trays throughout the whole entire coach. They are manual, which I honestly prefer just because it's not another thing that'll break. Manual is just a little bit more reliable, and it is still super easy to use, and you can access it on either side. Directly above that, we have our exterior entertainment system with our Bose and then our Samsung TV. It's almost 2024, almost that Super Bowl season, so super nice to kind of bring your coach out in the middle of nowhere, beautiful Colorado, and have a, Super Bowl party. Let me turn that off. There we go. And then we also do have some charging up in here as well, 2 USBs and then 2 of the regular 12 volts there. Alrighty, over here in our third bay, the same thing with the manual tray, and then we do have some extra tile. Here is one of our mini cameras because we did upgrade this coach to have the 360 camera, which is also great just because it duals as a security system too, because you can also see from the inside of your coach if there's any weird noises or anything in the middle of the night. It's kind of nice to have just for a peace of mind. Another tray, I'll reel this one out just because we have our central vac tools here. Well, sorry, for our road vac. So you have one exterior as well as interior, and these are just a bunch of different nozzles here to give you a better cleaning experience. And then we have some more of the rails just to reel in slides manually if you're in a pinch. All right, over here, just a nice little bay where you can customize it with a cork board, perfect for fluids, tools, any of that kind of stuff. All right, we got our tag over here. Already told you guys the tire size. We have our 15-gallon DEF fill, which is also a dual fill on either side. And then right here, this is where our chassis batteries are, and then the chassis battery disconnect here, where you can turn on and off for when you're storing your coach. Alrighty, now over here in the rear of the coach, we have 2 more cameras for our backup. Nice little beautiful Dutch Star logo here. It is on a Freightliner 450 XTR Cummins L9 with the Allison 3000 6-speed, but it is the 450 horsepower at 2,100 RPMs, and then that gives you 1,250 pound-foot of torque. It does have the 15,000 towing capacity, and then you do have your towing 7-pin connector here. Alrighty, and then I did want to just brush up on the warranty really quick since we're talking about the chassis. I have it written down here. So we have a 5-year, 100,000 mile basic, also on the engine, transmission, and the frame rails. And then you have a 1-year, 100,000 mile on the battery. And then you also have the 6 months unlimited corrosion and bright work. And then also we do have the 4 sun-free solar panels that are 110 watts each that we put on there as an option as well, in addition to that 10-watt solar panel specifically for the chassis. Here is that second fill for the DEF, right next to our side mount radiator. Just a nice little cubby here for all the dirty appliances, just somewhere where you can store them with a peace of mind and not think about them rolling around all over the coach, getting them dirty underneath the bays there. Alrighty, our beautiful stainless steel backsplash with the etched in freshwater tank fill. All of the lettering is etched in there just to kind of help with the duration of the coach. But our tank sizes, our fresh tank is going to be 105, our gray is 75, and our black is 55. We have our exterior shower right here, a nice little paper towel holder. This is where we'll put our fresh filter. And then we do have a nice hose here on a manual retract power reel. Our dump tanks right here, which will slinky through in this opening, which you can keep locked up as well. All right. Right over here, we have our 50 amp shore power cord. We have another TV antenna right here, and then our surge guard protector. Nice little LED strip too, which is perfect for at night. Here is our Oasis Chinook, the hydronic heating system. So this will be your hot water as well as your heater. And then these next 2 bays are just the opposite sides of those storage trays, so you can access it on either side and not have to worry about any of the parking conditions or camping spots. Or if you can't pull it all the way out and get to what you need on the opposite side, you can just come over here and grab it as well. Alrighty, here are our 2 lithium-ion batteries for a total of, I believe, 640 amp hours. There is a spot right there, so you could do an additional battery to go ahead and equip that to 940 amp hours. And then we have our 2 Victron energy systems here, which are 3,000 watt each. Having this immense power, battery power, as well as inverter power, gives you the luxury of being able to run an AC while you're going down the road without having to run your generator. Here's just that second fill here, again, 150 gallons of diesel. And in our last bay here on the driver's side, we just have some spare fuses on this side, right next to where the fuse control board is. And then this is our pull here, so we can access the generator. Let me just make sure I pull it pretty hard there. Now it popped open. And then we have our generator exhaust right there. Alrighty. We have our 10 kW Cummins Onon quiet generator, and then we also have the hot water line to the generator as well. But you can kind of access it here, turn it on and off, see all of your generator hours as well. Everything's pretty much within hand's reach. And then you have your windshield wiper fluid right down there, which is pretty accessible as well. Another thing I wanted to point out, which is standard and upgrade, Newmar started using the Silver Star Ultra headlights for a brighter bulb going down the road. And then we have our mobile eye, which is our lane departuring system. And then we have another camera up there, which is just a part of that 360 camera. Alrighty. Now we took a brief overview of the exterior. Let's go ahead and enter the coach and take a look at the interior. As always, our little Newmar grab bar with a pin pad to unlock the door as well as a doorbell. The 4369, because that's the floor plan. It's a 43-foot coach, and then the floor plan is the 69. As we enter the coach, I just wanted to point out we do have some storage here, which is perfect for dog leashes, maybe some dog food or treats, or even your shoes. If you wanted to pop off your shoes and kind of have a designated area before you walk into the coach, you can. We have a nice little tile here that will come out and flush off the walking area here, just so your co-pilot can gracefully sit there. So on the opposite side, we have our power disconnect button, and then we also have our switch here to lock and unlock all of the bay doors with a click of a button, so you don't have to worry about grabbing a key and unlocking and locking them all. And then we have our patio lights right here. Alrighty, as you guys take a step inside of the coach, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of do a little walk just so you guys can kind of see how much space you actually have walking through the coach. So right here, we kind of do a little bit of a sideways shuffle, get to the kitchen. We can walk a little bit more normally all the way back to our bedroom, but you can get into the fridge and then also into the half bath. Alrighty. Now I'll go ahead and get the slides open. Perfect. Thank you for the assist. But this is the toffee glazed maple wood, and the interior is the Allora decor. We have electric floor heat all throughout the coach, which is super awesome, especially during winter. Most customers say they, set on that heater once it gets a little comfortable to kind of maintain that heat. They put on their floor heat, and it does a lot. And then we have our beautiful kitchen window upgrade here, which just brings in a lot of natural light. And then for all of the furniture, it's the Villa Comfort Fit furniture. One thing that always stands out when customers come in to look at a Newmar, especially for the first time, they're not only blown away by the exterior and interior quality, they're super blown away about the comfortability of the interior as far as the couches, theater seats, booth dinette. Perfect. And once we get these open, we'll just go ahead and work our way back over here, and we'll start in the master bedroom and head over to the bathroom. So just open our last slide here. Perfect. Alrighty. Slide over here for our rear closet with the nice little shelves, perfect for some shoes. And then you also have some more storage racks here, which you can take out if you want more hanging space, because the rod is completely through and through on either side. And then we did do the upgrade here just to kind of put in the safe. I like how it's kind of hidden in the corner, so it's going to be kind of easier to kind of tucked away. It's not something as soon as you open the closet, it's right up in front of your face. So I really do like how it's kind of tucked away in the corner. And then to get to the other side here, you do have another door that just looks just like shelves. We have our porcelain toilet, and then our emergency exit here. So we'll just pull this lever. There is another lock here and a lock here. So you have to double lock it, but as soon as you push it open, there's a ladder behind here, which is multi-use. And then we have our paper towel holder, and then we have our shade controllers right here as well, which are electric. And then you can also open this window as well to kind of get some fresh air in. Right over here, we have our 2 sinks. And then our medicine cabinets with 3 shelves and 2 charging ports inside of there. And then we have our towel rack on either side. Sorry, I'll turn on all the lights here. Whoops. There we go. Perfect. And then the storage underneath. As well, the drawers all throughout the coach will be soft close. I love how the backsplash kind of has a little bit of blue in there. Just reminds me of the ocean. And then as for our shower, we have the seat as well as a grab bar. But again, that same backsplash to kind of match the shower with just the gray tones. Super beautiful, lightly shiny. And then right over here, we just have our washer and dryer. I do love having the washer and dryer in here just because this is a space that will never get smaller or bigger. I know the bed kind of covers everything up, but kind of having it in the middle of the kitchen where it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's a little easier to kind of always have the comfort of that space. You don't have to worry about opening a slide or anything like that. We have our nice little pocket door here. It just unlocks and locks when you close it to kind of shut it off and give it some privacy. But you do have a little bitty storage here as always, and then storage up above the bed as well. And then you have 2 charging, and then a nice little place where you can slinky it through any of the wires if you do need to charge anything bedside. And then up above here, we just have our light switches. And then you also have nice little reading lights in here where you can turn on and off as well. Alrighty, now I'm just going to briefly open some more hanging space that we have here on either side, just so you guys can get a nice little overview of all the storage inside of the master. And then that one's not actually a drawer, it's just for where you can put your receivers and all the stuff for your TV. But plenty of storage. And then you have 2 latches on either side just to kind of give you more of a secure close, just in case you load things in there. Here's our slide controller as well as the floor heat. It'll let you know when it is heating. High, medium, low isn't going to be the temperature, it's just going to be the duration of how long the floor heat is actually on. And then you have all of your light controllers right here. All right. Another pocket door to close everything off from the bedroom to the bathroom. And then we have our pantry. As soon as you open the door, the lights will automatically turn on. You just push it in to unlock, and then you could pull it out. It's one of the bigger pantries in all the floor plans of the Dutch Star. Nice little exterior water port for our Whirlpool fridge. And then we have our lock as well, just to make sure it doesn't unlock during transit. Alrighty, and then we have our booth dinette here. This one does not convert into a bed, but you can pull it open to kind of put your leaves in, which are underneath the bed, as well as 2 exterior chairs to comfortably sit up to 4 people. And then as for the storage, you have storage up above, and then you also have the storage down below. We have charging right over here as well, just for any technology. On either side, so no matter what side you're sitting on, you'll have access to that. Some more lights here, which I can go ahead and turn on to make it a little bit brighter for you, but I was trying to show how much the natural light actually brings inside of the coach. Sliding over here, one of our popular options for our swivel chairs. I love how it has this big counter space in between, just so you can easily kind of sit down, put your tablet here, Kindle, easily drink some coffee or grab a soda and some popcorn so you can watch a movie. I will go ahead and put that TV lift up too, just so you get the full effect. If you're familiar with Newmars, you know they all have this. But just with a push of a button while you're already sitting down, it's not something where you have to find the remote or you have to go all the way over there to push or hold down the button just for it to go all the way up. So I kind of like that. And then of course, these are all manual as far as the retracting or reclining, unlike the theater seats, which are all electric. The theater seats are very luxurious and comfortable, I do have to say, but it's just another thing that uses electricity and uses power. So if you are boondocking more often, having stuff like this, like the manual trays, the manual recline, which you also have that comfortability, but also just sustains the boondocking power, saves that power for you. Alrighty, now we'll jump over here to our beautiful kitchen. We have our storage up above here with our handy dandy Newmar dictionary, I like to call it, just because it tells you everything you need to know about your coach. Great learning source, and then you have all the stickers kind of throughout the coach, just kind of so you don't have to go searching through the binder to kind of find little things as far as the colors, a link to the country club, and then also just the little notices here and there to remind you not to do certain things. We have our sink, which is the farm style, which I absolutely love, but it does still have that split, which is really important for our viewers to kind of have that wash and rinse to kind of save our fresh water capacity. There we go. And then we have storage directly underneath. We've got our nice little trash can. Another place to hold all of our cleaning supplies. And then we also have a spot for all of our covers for the sink, and then also for our cooktop. We upgraded this coach to have a dishwasher, but you can just have a drawer there if you'd like, if you're not a person that uses the dishwasher very often. All of our remote controls for our speakers, for our awnings, for our TVs, and then little necessities here and there just to have. Whoops, sorry. All right, we have our true induction, dual burner, but also when you flip it over, it doubles as a cutting board. So that's kind of nice. You can kind of prep while you're boiling water to make some mashed potatoes. All right, and then we have our extended countertop here. So I just push a button, it'll unlock and kind of push itself out, and then you just easily extend it. And another thing that's super nice is the drawers are actually as long as this counter space. So you have plenty of storage there. Another thing I do like too is, sorry, you really gotta help when you put it back in. Just lift it up a little bit and then push in and it'll go in. But I like the little lip here, just because if you do have anything on the counter that might slide, it kind of saves it from falling over and spilling or, you know, hitting the couch. So I like this little extra lip there that matches the counters. I'll just show you this storage before I forget, and then I will show you how this folds out into a bed. But you have your space there for your receivers, your Bose surround sound up top for a perfect movie night, and then of course some more charging down below by the TV. Alrighty. First things first, I'll go ahead and take these cushions off. I like how they are Velcroed too, just because it kind of keeps it a little bit more secure when you are sitting there. So you will bend over here and kind of find a nice little rope latch. Grab that and lift up over here. Make sure the legs pop out, which they did. Perfect. I've been getting a lot of questions lately asking if this is still the blow-up bed, which it's not. We started using, Newmar started using just the actual cushions itself, which is nice and easy. You don't have to worry about it popping, you know, losing pressure throughout the night. It's just a little bit more reliable, especially if you're going to high elevations. And then I forgot to point out the 2 extra seat belts that you have in there. The same thing to put it away. You just grab this, lift up, make sure the legs went back in. There we go. Then you put it back down. Another thing I also like too about doing this is you don't have as many cushions that you have to worry about storing. And I should have showed you too, but once it was fully out, you can kind of use these as a backsplash. So you don't have a super hard surface right up against the bed. Oops. Maybe move it down a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty, that's gonna wrap up everything in the coach. So now we'll jump over here. So here is for our Xantrax solar controller for all 4 of our panels. Just a battery power, so for the lithium ions, you can reboot them there. This is just for your Victron energy system, which isn't waking up right now. And then we have our wine guard. This is our controllers for the awnings. We have our security lights and block heater, exterior steps, just so every time you close the door, it won't automatically reel in. You could flip it so it'll stay out. And then you have the exterior LED lights, slide out controllers, awning for the door, the lights, and then the off window awnings as well. Make sure you close that so you don't hit your head, because I've done that plenty of times. Alrighty, now I'll go ahead and fire up. Alrighty. Perfect. As it's waking up, you can upgrade your seats in a Dutch Star to heated seats if you like. This one doesn't particularly have that, but I just wanted to throw that out that you do have that. We have the Comfort Drive equipped in here as well, just so if you're driving in high winds and you're keeping your steering wheel cockeyed, it'll automatically kind of reduce and take that tension off the steering wheel for you, which is super awesome just for long distance drives. You won't be as fatigued when you're driving cross country, and just a bunch of other great little things there. I already talked about the Mobile Eye, which is the lane tracking and lane departure system. And then you have the on-guard collision mitigation and adaptive cruise control with adjusting following distance also in here. We have, to my left here, we have our HWH computerized leveling jacks. So with the push of a button, it will level out your coach. Here's just a controller for our mirrors, and they are also heated. I have our tag dump here, our ATC override. This is our window to open and close. Some cup holders, our house to chassis battery boost, or vice versa. So if you're ever in a pinch, you can kind of use that boost. It definitely helps out. I've used it multiple times. Super easy. A charging system right here for your phone. And then you have your parking brake, your AC and heating up here, your nice LED dash, which is great during certain times of the day. So when that sun comes in, you won't have to be squinting to kind of figure out how fast you're going or how to look at any of the controllers here. Our steering wheel, which you can Bluetooth to your phone, kind of answer, do the cruise control settings, go to your home page, flip through all your settings and kind of change everything from the steering wheel, just to kind of help keep you more hands-on while you're driving, so you don't have to worry about coming over here and reaching for anything. We have our radio navigation as well. over here, but I'll go back to our menu just so you could see the Sirius, Bluetooth, HDMI, the camera controllers, which I told you about for the 360 camera. So that's the rear view, and then right over here, so you can kind of change all settings or go to that 360. So like I was saying, if you kind of hear any weird noises or want to know what's going on outside before you actually go out there, just with a click of a button, you can kind of see everything. We have our heating and cooling, our visors, shades, dock lights, fans, high, medium, and low. And then you have the front fan again, high, medium, low. Gen start, your entry lock. So if you guys are all in here ready to go, you just hit that button and it'll automatically lock for you. You have your air horn, courtesy lights, visor, and then that 360 camera, just so you can push it on and it'll flip through it for you. Down here, we just have some storage for all those little necessities you need while you're driving. Other than that, that's gonna wrap it up for our 2024 Newmar Dutch Star, the 4369. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, or just like to chat regarding this unit, all my information will be down below. Again, my name's Taylor. Thanks for tuning in. You can contact me at 970-388-7937. Thank you so much. Have a great day.